This video presents the solution to Activity 1-4. A portion of a saturated steam table is shown below. Use the data to answer the following questions. The data we're given is pressure at two different temperatures, and they also give us specific volume, which has units of cubic feet per pound at two different temperatures. Alright, so let's look at number 1. The saturated steam temperature is 365.5 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the equivalent pressure in psi-A? That's pounds per square inch absolute, which is 14.7 pounds more than the pressure, the gauge pressure. Keep in mind when you're reading pressures to always know whether it's a gauge pressure or absolute pressure. So let's just look at this graphically real quick, and then we'll solve it using Excel. So what we're really saying is we have two known data points, and we have pressure and temperature. This is for number 1. So we know the pressure at 380, and we know the pressure at 360, and it's about 153. We'll call it 196. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assume a straight line in between these 2 points, since those are the only two values we have to work with. Okay, and what we're going to do is say that for any temperature between here and here, the value is going to fall on this line, and they ask for 365.5. So maybe there's 370. Let's say this is 365.5. So we know there's a value right here that we want. That's going to correspond to some pressure that's greater than 153 pounds per square inch and less than 196 pounds. Well, we can use Excel to calculate this fairly straightforward. So I've built a little table here. I've got 380 and 360. I've got the pressures, and I also have the specific volumes. Then here you see this number 20. 20 is the difference between the high temperature and the low temperature, and 42.7 is the difference between the high pressure and the low pressure. So we basically have a line here, and we're saying how much did it increase. So we know it's going to increase 42.7 pounds going from here to here. So all I need to know is what percentage of this interval did I go over. And here I've got 365.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I'm looking for. And in this cell, let's double click that. What I'm calculating is the number of degrees above 360, and the answer is 5.5. And here in this cell I'm going to calculate the pressure. When you double click a formula, it will show all the cells that feed into the calculation. Here you've got A8 right there as blue. We've got the 20, we've got the B5. So what we're saying is A8, 5.5 degrees increase divided by 20 degrees total increment. So that's the fraction of the total increment. If this were 20, then it'd be 100%. If it were 10, it'd be 50%. The fraction of the total run across here multiplied against the change of the full run. And then we're just going to add where we started from. It's really just that simple.